Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Beyond the Gates channel. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe and hit like for more daily drama updates and spoilers. Your support truly means a lot and helps our channel grow every day. Now, let's jump straight into today's exciting update. The quiet elegance of Fairmont Crest is about to shatter as the week of August 3rd through August 7th unleashes a storm of secrets, betrayals, desperate choices, and life-altering consequences that no one will escape unchanged. Beneath the polished smiles and luxurious lifestyles, dangerous schemes continue to unfold in the shadows, while old wounds reopen and new heartbreaks threaten to consume the people caught in their path. Every conversation hides another layer of deception. Every unexpected visitor brings another mystery, and every emotional decision carries consequences that could echo throughout the entire community. As loyalties are tested and hidden agendas slowly come into the light, the people of Fairmont Crest find themselves standing at the edge of emotional cliffs, never knowing which relationship will survive or which life will fall apart next. By the time the week reaches its dramatic conclusion, love, family, revenge, and survival will collide in unforgettable ways, leaving everyone questioning who can truly be trusted when the people closest to them may also be the most dangerous. At the center of the week's growing danger stands Haley Hamilton, whose sinister mission continues with chilling determination as she relentlessly pursues her horrifying plan to eliminate her own husband, Bill Hamilton. To everyone else, life appears to continue as normal, but beneath that carefully maintained facade, Haley refuses to abandon her deadly objective. However, even the most carefully crafted schemes rarely unfold exactly as planned, and Bill's unexpected health update forces Haley to quickly rethink her next move. The sudden development creates uncertainty where she expected certainty, compelling her to adapt before anyone notices the cracks forming in her carefully orchestrated deception. Yet the greatest obstacle standing in her way may not be Bill's changing condition at all. It may be the unwavering determination of Bill's daughters, Chelsea Hamilton and Naomi Hawthorne, who have grown increasingly convinced that their stepmother is hiding something dark. Their suspicions have evolved beyond uneasy feelings into active investigation, and they are no longer willing to sit quietly while unanswered questions continue to surround their father's declining condition. As the tension steadily intensifies, Chelsea and Naomi begin conducting investigations of their own, each hoping to uncover the truth before it is too late. Naomi quietly searches for information wherever she can find it, carefully snooping for evidence that could expose Haley's hidden agenda before tragedy strikes. Meanwhile, Chelsea approaches Bill's loyal assistant, Caroline Lee, hoping the trusted employee may unknowingly possess valuable information that could explain the increasingly suspicious events unfolding around Bill. Every conversation becomes layered with uncertainty, every clue feels significant, and every unanswered question only deepens their fears that something terrible is already in motion. Their determination reflects not only their love for their father, but also their growing realization that time may be running out faster than anyone realizes. As they connect more pieces of the puzzle, their confidence grows that Haley is far more dangerous than she has ever allowed anyone to believe. Their investigation soon expands beyond the immediate family when Catherine "Cat" Richardson joins the effort with her own strategy. Refusing to sit on the sidelines, Cat approaches Thomas Navarro, hoping to convince him to lend his support and help uncover whatever Haley may be hiding. Whether Thomas agrees remains uncertain, adding another layer of suspense to an already dangerous situation where every alliance could prove invaluable. At the same time, Kat begins keeping a close watch on Randy Parker, believing his actions may reveal information capable of strengthening the case against both Haley and anyone working alongside alongside her. Her instincts tell her that Randy knows more than he has admitted, and she refuses to ignore the subtle signs pointing toward a larger conspiracy. The emotional pressure continues mounting as each passing day raises the possibility that one overlooked clue could mean the difference between saving Bill and arriving too late to stop an irreversible tragedy. Meanwhile, Danny Dupree delivers words to Randy Parker that leave him visibly shaken, proving that the Dupree women are steadily tightening the pressure around both Randy and Haley. Danny's confidence suggests she may already suspect far more than Randy realizes, and her carefully chosen remarks seem designed to expose cracks in his composure. The atmosphere grows increasingly tense as Randy struggles to hide his discomfort, knowing that every nervous reaction could reveal more than he intends. With Kat gathering evidence, Naomi investigating behind the scenes, Chelsea questioning Caroline, and Danny confronting Randy directly, Haley's carefully controlled world begins to feel far less secure than before. The walls slowly begin closing in around those hiding dangerous secrets, creating the unmistakable feeling that the truth is preparing to break free. Yet, despite the mounting suspicion surrounding her, Haley continues moving toward her ultimate objective, refusing to abandon the deadly path she has chosen. As the week approaches its final stretch, the situation surrounding Bill Hamilton reaches a terrifying turning point when another devastating health emergency suddenly strikes. In one of the week's most suspenseful moments, Bill finds himself relying solely on Caroline Lee, who happens to be the only person nearby when disaster unfolds. Every second becomes critical as uncertainty fills the air, leaving viewers wondering whether help will arrive in time or whether fate has already chosen its outcome. Even more alarming are the chilling hints suggesting that Haley may finally receive exactly what she has been working toward all along. Those ominous words cast an enormous shadow over Bill's future, raising the horrifying possibility that her murderous scheme may ultimately succeed. If that nightmare becomes reality, the emotional devastation for his family would be immeasurable, forever altering the lives of everyone connected to him. Elsewhere in Fairmont Crest, an entirely different kind of emotional crossroads begins unfolding inside the hospital walls as Nicole Dupree reaches the moment she has postponed for far too long. Torn between Dr. Carlton Fitzgerald and Dr. Kial Rollins, Nicole can no longer continue balancing uncertainty and hesitation while everyone around her waits for clarity. Anita Dupree recognizes that enough time has already passed and decides to intervene, giving one of her daughters a firm deadline that appears aimed directly at Nicole's romantic indecision. Anita's message is unmistakable. Everyone deserves the chance to move forward, and delaying the inevitable only prolongs the pain for all involved. The emotional weight of choosing between two men who each represent different futures becomes almost overwhelming, leaving Nicole facing one of the most personal and life-changing decisions she has encountered. Every glance, every conversation, and every lingering feeling reminds her that whichever path she chooses will permanently close another door. Unfortunately, Nicole's difficult situation becomes even more emotionally exhausting when Leslie Thomas publicly criticizes her in front of Carlton Fitzgerald. Leslie wastes no opportunity to humiliate Nicole, likely delivering yet another cutting, naughty Nikki remark designed to embarrass her and intensify the already uncomfortable situation. Rather than offering support or understanding, Leslie's comments reopen emotional wounds and increase the pressure surrounding Nicole's impossible decision. Yet sometimes painful confrontations force clarity where uncertainty once existed, and Leslie's attack may ultimately push Nicole toward finally making the choice she has avoided for so long. As Friday, August 7th arrives, everything changes. Nicole and Carlton reach an entirely new understanding regarding their future together, while Nicole simultaneously shocks Dr. Kyle Rollins with an unexpected change in the nature of their relationship. Whatever decision she reaches promises to reshape all three lives in profound and emotional ways. Across town, another heartbreaking storyline begins unfolding as Eva Thomas receives devastating news that threatens to shake her entire world. The details remain uncertain, but the possibility that the news concerns her health immediately raises fears about what lies ahead for her future. Whatever the truth may be, its impact proves powerful enough to ignite serious conflict between her parents, Leslie Thomas and Ted Richardson. Instead of standing united during a difficult moment, the two find themselves clashing, their emotional differences exposing long-standing tensions that refuse to remain buried. Their arguments reflect not only concern for Eva, but also unresolved issues that continue to complicate their family dynamic. As emotions spiral higher, viewers are left wondering whether the family can overcome yet another painful crisis or whether this latest blow will push them even further apart. The emotional uncertainty continues as Ted Richardson attempts to comfort one of his daughters before the weekend arrives, but even that simple act is surrounded by mystery. It remains unclear whether Eva is the one struggling beneath the weight of the heartbreaking news or whether Kat Richardson is facing emotional turmoil of her own. Either possibility promises deeply moving scenes that highlight Ted's unwavering desire to protect the people he loves despite the growing chaos surrounding their family. At the same time, another member of the Hawthorne family begins an important emotional journey when Isaiah Hawthorne receives meaningful advice from Jacob Hawthorne. Their conversation shifts Isaiah's perspective, encouraging him to reconsider both his outlook and the choices he intends to make moving forward. Whether the discussion revolves around their father, Eva, or another deeply personal issue remains uncertain, but its influence clearly leaves a lasting impression that could shape important decisions in the days ahead. As all of these emotional battles unfold simultaneously across Fairmont Crest, another shadow from the past quietly begins creeping back into the present. Andre Richardson suddenly discovers that history has a dangerous way of refusing to stay buried, and the consequences threaten to reach into every corner of his carefully built life. Faced with a situation he cannot handle alone, Andre makes the difficult decision to reach out to Bradley "Smitty" Smith, hoping his trusted friend can provide the assistance he desperately needs. That desperate request immediately signals that whatever is resurfacing carries enormous personal stakes, forcing Andre to confront chapters of his past he may have hoped were gone forever. Whispers suggest that an old romantic relationship or perhaps even a dangerous stalker may be returning to disrupt everything Andre has worked to protect. If those fears become reality, the consequences could reach far beyond Andre himself, threatening the stability of his marriage to Danny and placing their future together under enormous emotional strain. As one mystery after another collides during this unforgettable week, Fairmont Crest stands on the verge of explosive revelations, heartbreaking decisions, and dangerous confrontations that promise to leave viewers eagerly waiting to discover what shocking twist comes next. Although the week appears to be racing toward its conclusion, the emotional consequences of every unfolding storyline only continue to grow more intense, weaving together into a powerful tapestry of suspense that leaves no family untouched. Throughout Fairmont Crest, every character seems to be standing at a crossroads where one decision could change the course of countless lives forever. Hidden motives are slowly being uncovered, fractured relationships are pushed to their limits, and the truth inches closer with every passing hour. The calm exterior that once defined this prestigious community begins to crumble beneath the enormous weight of betrayal, grief, and impossible choices. What initially seemed like separate storylines gradually reveal themselves as interconnected emotional battles, proving that every action carries consequences that stretch far beyond the people directly involved. As the tension steadily rises, the atmosphere becomes charged with anticipation, making it impossible to predict who will emerge victorious and who will lose everything they hold dear. For Haley Hamilton, maintaining control becomes increasingly difficult as the people around her refuse to stop asking questions. Every suspicious glance from Chelsea Hamilton and Naomi Hawthorne serves as a reminder that her carefully constructed lies are beginning to unravel. Their relentless pursuit of answers transforms ordinary family interactions into psychological battles where every word is carefully measured and every expression could reveal far more than intended. Haley understands that one careless mistake could expose everything she has worked so hard to conceal, yet abandoning her deadly objective is no longer an option. The deeper she sinks into her dangerous plan, the fewer opportunities she has to escape the consequences waiting ahead. Her desperation grows alongside her determination, creating an unsettling emotional conflict where survival depends on staying one step ahead of everyone trying to expose her. Meanwhile, Chelsea and Naomi refuse to let fear dictate their actions, choosing instead to fight for their father's future with unwavering resolve. Every clue they uncover strengthens their belief that Bill Hamilton is surrounded by people who cannot be trusted, and that realization only fuels their determination to keep searching for the truth. Caroline Lee's knowledge becomes increasingly valuable as the sisters begin connecting seemingly insignificant details that now paint a far more disturbing picture. Even conversations that once felt ordinary suddenly carry hidden meaning, forcing them to question whether anyone in Bill's inner circle has unknowingly witnessed the pieces of a much larger conspiracy. Their investigation evolves into more than an attempt to protect their father. It becomes a race against time to stop a tragedy before it becomes irreversible. With every passing day, they begin realizing that exposing the truth may require confronting people they never imagined they would have to challenge. Kat Richardson also finds herself moving deeper into dangerous territory as she continues watching Randy Parker's every move. Her instincts refuse to let the matter rest, convincing her that Randy remains a vital piece of the mystery surrounding Haley's actions. The pressure intensifies after Danny Dupree's unsettling confrontation leaves Randy visibly shaken, suggesting that his confidence is beginning to crack beneath the growing scrutiny. Kat recognizes that nervous reactions often reveal more than carefully rehearsed explanations, and she patiently waits for the moment when another mistake might expose everything. At the same time, her attempt to recruit Tomas Navarro underscores just how serious the situation has become. She understands that uncovering the truth may require allies willing to take risks alongside her, because facing a conspiracy alone could prove far more dangerous than anyone initially expected. Inside the hospital, Nicole Dupree's emotional journey becomes equally compelling as the weight of her romantic decision finally reaches its breaking point. Choosing between Dr. Carlton Fitzgerald and Dr. Kial Rollins is no longer simply about love. It has become a question of honesty, closure, and the future she truly wants for herself. Anita Dupree's insistence that Nicole stop delaying the inevitable forces her daughter to confront feelings she has spent far too long trying to sort through. Leslie Thomas only complicates matters further by publicly humiliating Nicole with another cruel remark, transforming an already painful situation into an emotional battlefield. Yet sometimes life's harshest moments provide the clarity people desperately need, and Nicole slowly begins understanding that avoiding a decision has only prolonged everyone's suffering. By the time she reaches her new understanding with Carlton and delivers her unexpected news to Kyle, every relationship involved will have been permanently reshaped by the emotional choices she finally finds the courage to make. At the same time, Eva Thomas faces a deeply uncertain future as devastating news threatens to overshadow everything else happening around her. Whether the crisis involves her health or another heartbreaking revelation, its impact sends emotional shockwaves throughout her entire family. Leslie Thomas and Ted Richardson struggle to remain united as their conflicting emotions erupt into painful confrontations, exposing unresolved tensions that have lingered beneath the surface for far too long. Their arguments are fueled by love, fear, frustration, and helplessness, creating a heartbreaking portrait of two parents desperately trying to navigate circumstances they cannot control. Ted's determination to comfort one of his daughters demonstrates that, despite the conflicts surrounding him, his greatest priority remains protecting his family from even greater pain. Yet, whether his comforting words are meant for Eva or Kat, the emotional burden carried by both young women suggests that difficult days still lie ahead. Elsewhere, Isaiah Hawthorne quietly experiences a turning point of his own after receiving heartfelt guidance from Jacob Hawthorne. Sometimes the most powerful changes begin not with dramatic confrontations, but with honest conversations that shift the way someone sees the world. Whatever advice Jacob offers leaves Isaiah looking toward the future with a different perspective, hinting that important personal growth may soon follow. Whether the discussion centers on their father, Eva, or another deeply personal matter, the emotional significance of the moment cannot be overlooked. In a week dominated by betrayal and uncertainty, Jacob's wisdom offers one of the few glimpses of hope, reminding viewers that healing often begins with understanding. That quiet transformation may ultimately prove just as important as the louder conflicts unfolding elsewhere across Fairmont Crest. Perhaps the most mysterious chapter of the week belongs to Andre Richardson, whose carefully built present suddenly finds itself under attack from the ghosts of his past. His decision to seek help from Bradley "Smitty" Smith reveals just how overwhelming the situation has become, suggesting that whatever has resurfaced is far too dangerous to confront alone. The possibility that a former romantic relationship or even a relentless stalker is making an unexpected return introduces an entirely new layer of suspense into Andre's life. Old secrets have a way of resurfacing when least expected, and their timing could not be worse as they threaten to undermine everything he has built with Danny. The emotional stakes become especially high because this is no longer just about Andre's past. It is about protecting his marriage, his reputation, and the future he has worked so hard to create. If those buried secrets finally come into the light, they may force painful conversations and impossible decisions that neither Andre nor Danny ever imagined they would have to face. And as the curtain begins to fall on another unforgettable week in Fairmont Crest, one thing becomes unmistakably clear. No one will leave these explosive days unchanged. Every family finds itself carrying new emotional scars. Every relationship faces fresh uncertainty, and every secret threatens to spark even greater consequences in the weeks ahead. Dangerous schemes continue moving forward, romantic futures are rewritten, painful truths refuse to remain hidden, and long-buried history demands to be confronted once and for all. Even moments of hope are overshadowed by the lingering feeling that even bigger storms are gathering just beyond the horizon. The choices made during these 5 dramatic days will echo far beyond this week, setting the stage for even more shocking betrayals, emotional reunions, heartbreaking confrontations, and life-changing revelations. As Fairmont Crest braces for whatever comes next, viewers are left with one irresistible question lingering in the air. When the next secret finally explodes into the open, who will still be standing and whose world will come crashing down forever?